Washington State doesn't often get on the radar as a big game destination. As a Washington resident, I grew up to love the recreational opportunities the state has got to offer. This particular adventure takes place in eastern Washington. Spring bear season is a management tool carefully monitored by the Department of Fish and Wildlife. This hunt addresses predation of bears on young deer and elk, as well as human-bear conflict. These hunts are carefully controlled through a permit lottery process, which for the first time in my life, I was lucky enough to draw. Well, you guys, it is May 20th. It's about 6 o'clock right now. It is my first day of bear hunting, Washington Spring Bear, 2021. So let's get this started. I just drove up here today. I basically packed up this morning, left my house, and set up camp and everything. I didn't bother recording all that because honestly, guys, I just wanted to hurry up and get out here and hunt. So, like I just said, it's about 6 o'clock, so I still have a few hours to hunt tonight, and at least, if nothing else, make a game plan for tomorrow. So I've never actually spring bear hunted before. This is the first time in my life I ever drew a spring bear tag, and I've never hunted them out of state either. So I've only hunted bear in the fall, so honestly, guys, I really don't know what I'm doing. It's my first time ever. I did listen to a bunch of vlogs and stuff like that and read a bunch of research on what the bears tend to do. So overall, you guys, there's really nothing I can complain about. It is an absolutely gorgeous day out here. It's actually been raining all day today, which I prefer actually for hunting. It's definitely cooler than it has been. It's been damn near in 70s, 80s. It's been really warm. But today up here, especially in the mountains, about 50. So generally in my hunting experience, animals tend to move more when it gets cooler, when it rains. So I'm hoping that'll be in my benefit. So we'll see. And overall, it's just way nicer for me to hike around. So I'm going to quit talking to you guys, and we're going to get to hiking, and let's see what we find today. It started pouring rain, so I'm actually hiding underneath a tree right now so I don't get all soaked. And then they're kind of passing through these showers. It's a little bit windy, and I'm high up in the mountains, so if you guys have ever been high up in the mountains, you know how the wind tends to bring a cloud, kind of dumps on you for about 15 minutes and then it passes. So that's kind of what it's doing. So I'm just gonna wait for this little rain to pass and keep on hiking. Meanwhile, I'm gonna get hydrated up. This is actually really cool. I don't know if I'm just crazy, but you guys can see it's just pouring rain right now. And way over there is just perfectly sunny. And then way down there it's perfectly sunny, and then right here it's just dumping rain. It's kind of cool. That's why I love hunting, man. There's no way to describe being out here right now other than to just be here. I mean, it's so hard to capture on video. The smell in the air right now, the spring. I got birds singing all around me. I can hear a bunch of bugs. Meanwhile, it's pouring rain and it's kind of stormy out. It's just cool. Well, you guys, I've been hiking around for a couple hours now, and I haven't seen any wildlife yet except for a bunch of squirrels, and actually saw a bunny. And I don't know if you guys can see behind me, but I'll show you in a second. But the reason I chose this spot is, first of all, the wind's going this way, so it's going to be directly in my face. And then if I look down here, I can glass at him for about 100 yards, all the way to about 1,000 yards way up that mountain, basically way up there. And the reason I want to do that, I know if I spot something way out there, I'm not going to have time to go after it tonight. If something comes in close, hell yeah, I'll take the shot. But if I spot something way up on those hills, basically I can make a game plan tomorrow and try to chase that animal tomorrow or the day after. So that's kind of the plan. My wife is actually coming up to hunt with me tomorrow as well, so I would actually like to wait to shoot something until she's here. It'd just be kind of cool. So that being said, I'm going to quit talking and get my binos out. Out across me, I just saw a bunch of deer booking it. Like really booking it, which makes you wonder what spooked them so much. I think I got it for you guys on a film. I'll show you here in a second. But I was just glassing that hillside I was at, and this deer just come running by full speed. And usually you don't see deer just running like that unless something scares them. So could it be a bear? I don't know. Well, guys, it is getting dark, so I'm gonna head back to the truck. I do have a couple mile hike out of here, so I got a boogie. This place is pretty cool. I think I'm gonna come right back here tomorrow morning and then kind of head up on those hills a little bit too when I have more daylight. So for now, I'm gonna head back to camp. Well, you guys, it's day 2 of my hunt. As you guys can probably see by the sky, Steve slept in a little bit, but oh well. Honestly, you guys, I got off work yesterday and I was pretty tired by the time I got up here and everything, so I didn't hear my alarm this morning, but nevertheless, I still got a fairly early start. So as you guys can already see, I'm already up in the mountains. I didn't waste a whole lot of time vlogging at camp, so I just wanted to get hiking and get up here. So as you guys can see, I'm in a beautiful country. I'm going to do about the same thing. I just sat here and glassed for a little bit, so I'm just going to keep hiking this trail and kind of glassing the hillsides and hoping I see a bear. I just saw a deer right back there. That was kind of cool. So you guys, basically what I've been doing is I've been kind of glassing these bowls right here below me. To be honest with you guys, when I scouted this in onX, when I planned this out, this area has looked way more open to me, and I can kind of see now probably why now is because of this burn. It really looks open when you look from an onX, like from up above, but when you get in here, it's actually pretty thick. So it's not exactly what I expected, but nevertheless, I'm making the best of it. Wait, guys, I'm just sitting on this ridge top over here. I'm sitting in a bunch of rocks that just nature made a perfect seat for me here, and this view I have from out here is just absolutely gorgeous. Sitting up here makes you not even care if you shoot a bear or not. You just go. That being said, you guys, I've put in about 6 miles at this point to get up here. I've not seen any sign of bear. I haven't seen tracks. I haven't seen any poop. I haven't seen anything. So I'm starting to think I'm a little higher up than I need to be. So I think tomorrow I'm still going to finish out the day up here. However, I'm not just going to give up. But I think tomorrow I'm going to head a little lower elevation and kind of make a new plan. So it's just how it goes. It's the fun part of it, is figuring it out where they're going to be at. So meanwhile, I'm just sitting up here enjoying the view, just glassing this little bowl below me, and enjoyed myself a little bit of food and good old peanut butter and banana tortilla. Nothing better than that in the backcountry. So just gonna enjoy a little bit of coffee and enjoy the view, and who knows, maybe a bear will walk in. I sat in that spot you guys saw me in earlier for a few hours and just glassed, and then I moved down here a little bit. As you guys can see, I just got a beautiful view behind me. The cool part about this spot is I can see anywhere from like 100 yards all the way to probably 2,000 yards. As you guys can see, the whole mountain behind me, I can pretty much glass all of it. I haven't spotted any bears. I spotted a few deer across on that hillside, but we're not hunting deer, so it doesn't matter. That being said, I've seen a lot of deer sign up here. I've seen a lot of elk sign, but I have not seen any bear sign, so to this point. So it's an amazing day, though. As you guys can see, the sky actually cleared up. It's still a little windy, and the wind just keeps changing, just swirling around. I set up one direction, it changes, so that's been kind of a pain in the butt, but it's how hunting goes. So another kind of a problem, I should say, hunting in the burn area is there's so many black stumps everywhere. When you're looking for something black, like a black bear, and you got 200 black stumps out there, it just makes it that much harder. Every time I see some black, I get excited, and then it's just another stump. So that's how it goes. That being said, you guys, I'm gonna start working my way back towards where I started hiking from, because I'd like to be maybe at least a mile or closer off the trailhead where I started. About 6 miles in right now, so when it gets dark, I don't want to be hiking all this way out of here with a headlamp. I'm not trying to get hurt out here, so I'll work my way back slowly. Maybe I'll spot something, maybe not. We'll see. Well, you guys, it's day number 3 now. As you guys can see, I'm not by myself anymore. And I'm not going to bore you guys with too many details. We're practically doing the same thing I've done every day. We're bushwhacking up another hill so we can glass. The plan hasn't changed. We're just going to kind of get up at a saddle, basically. From what it looks like, Canonics map is basically there's a saddle with 2 finger ridges that we can glass. So our goal is to get up there and then kind of spend the rest of the day glassing. So let's get to it. Well, you guys, days 3 have been about as productive as the first 2 days. Honestly, I just still don't think we're in the right area. We dropped elevation a couple thousand feet, but I think after hiking all day, I think I'm right about maybe 1,000 feet lower than I was yesterday. So, and honestly, we still haven't seen any bear sign. We put a lot of miles today, a lot of elevation, especially. My feet are definitely starting to burn a little bit, but we still definitely haven't seen any bear sign though. We saw one scat. There might have been old dry bear scat. We don't even know, but it doesn't give me the confidence in the area to keep hiking around here. So good workout for the feet. Amazing views. Can't say anything about that, but as far as bear hunting, I think we're gonna start heading back today, and then I think drop even lower tomorrow. So just how it goes sometimes. You can't let those days kind of bring you down. You just got to keep grinding it out. Only way you lose if you give up. It's still just absolutely beautiful. And you guys, just the woods are coming to life. The spring's coming on. I mean, you got all the flowers. You got all the bugs buzzing around you. It's just cool. Ticks. Just found a tick. My favorite. We finished off day 3 in a similar fashion of hiking and glassing. Day 4, for my wife's idea, we dropped down to about 3,000 feet of elevation gain and started exploring some old, gated off, abandoned logging roads. We immediately started seeing bear sign. We spent majority of this day dibber sneaking old abandoned logging roads, and as our final day to hunt was coming to an end, my luck was finally about to change. Right down the road. Jump. Talk about go from 0 to 60. Oh my God. See guys, 4 days. We've hiked our butts off. Going up mountain, going up bridges. Today, this morning, me and Sarah talking, we're like, let's not go up the mountains. Obviously we've seen no bear sign down here. We haven't seen anything. We're like, let's get down low and we'll basically walk behind gates of old abandoned logging roads. Because honestly, back in the day when I first started bear hunting, that's what I used to do, and that's where I'd see a lot of bear signs. So this morning we started walking some old logging roads. We started seeing a lot of bear sign. And this evening, this is the evening hunt, we decided to, basically it's our last night to hunt. We're maybe a couple miles past the gate, and then we started walking up, and then in the corner, all of a sudden I just saw a flash of this black. So I get down, I couldn't see him for a minute, then Sarah's like, there he is. So we just sat down, we got really quiet, and that guy came down the road. I shot it like, I don't know, you guys can see him right there, he's like 50 yards. We're gonna give the guy just a minute, and then we're gonna go put our hands on him. It's amazing. Well, you guys, here it is. Persistent pays off as always. I know I've said it before in my videos, and it comes true once again. A couple of things that made this hunt amazing for me. First of all, I got to hunt with my wife, which is always one of my favorite things to do. It's very special to me to be able to get up here in the mountains with her and spend our time out here and then harvest a beautiful spring bear. Other than that, I would like to tell all of you guys is I am not an experienced bear hunter. Not by any means. I've never spring bear hunted before. So if this is something you guys have considered, I would highly encourage you to come out here and try. Just give it the best you got. Just keep pushing, keep hiking, keep putting in the miles. It'll eventually happen. Just to kind of recap the hunt, I got here 4 days ago. Basically started up high. I think we started about 6,000 feet, and then after that, we kind of worked our way down about 1,000 feet a day. First 3 days, we didn't see any sign at all. It was kind of discouraging. As you guys know, those feelings of doubt started creeping slowly but surely, but we kept putting in the miles, we kept hiking. The bear was not where I expected him to be. We ended up coming down here lower to the logging roads, kind of putting in some miles down here, and started seeing some sign this morning, and then sure enough, it paid off this afternoon, so I should say this evening. So really grateful for this opportunity, grateful for this bear. You guys, that being said, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time just chatting here because it is getting dark. We're gonna get this bad boy cut up, or we still gotta hike out of here and get back to camp. So rest of that night was spent breaking down the animal we just harvested, as well as some very heavy miles and a lot of sweat. But we did this whole process with a big old smile on our faces. That night we couldn't fall asleep. We kept discussing this particular hunt, past hunting experiences, and our dreams for the future. The feeling of a successful hunt is very hard to understand and even harder to try and translate into this video. Only those who have actually experienced it will truly understand. I truly hope that this story motivates somebody to pack a bag and hit the woods for themselves.